Oh, Stellar fans, have you heard the great news? Well, if not, you're about to. And before we started off with the heat map, I wanted your opinion because yes, the viewers mean the most to me. If I were to take on a channel sponsor that was part of the Stellar ecosystem, how would you feel regarding that? Interesting, isn't it? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. If I took on a sponsor, which I haven't yet, would you be okay with me taking on a sponsor from the Stellar ecosystem? All right, Bitcoin sitting at 23,211. XLM broke through that 9-cent mark, sitting at 9.04, up 7% last 24 hours. We're not here to talk about price in this video. I did that already today. Interesting data coming out. I'll have that video linked at the end for those of you that want to talk price. But now we're going to move on to the big story right here. What does Stellar have that others don't? They're part of the CFTC Global Market Advisories Committee. That's right. Stellar joins the CFTC's Global Market Advisory Committee as one of 4 crypto organizations. Stellar's Chief Operating Officer, Jason Chilapala, said the foundation would bring the unique perspective of Layer 1 to the committee and highlight stablecoin use cases. Now, let's not extrapolate stuff too far. There's a specific term I want you to listen to, so just hear me out on this, all right? And then we'll talk a little. SDF supports the Stellar blockchain, which is used for crypto to fiat transfers. The foundation will be represented by the committee by Chief Operating Officer Jason. He wrote in the company blog, "We hope to bring a unique perspective to Layer 1 protocols." Goes on further to say, as part of the committee, SDF will highlight the role of stable coins in the digital asset market and real-world use cases, including leveraging stable coins in the delivery of humanitarian aid, okay? So not specific to XLM and how that works, right? The ticket to get onto the Stellar chain where all these projects are run. And something I wanted to highlight really quick regarding strategic importance of this move, all right? This right here shows you that XLM is the utility token to access these programs on the chain, giving the idea here that XLM, no, not as a security, but the true function of use case is at a utility to use the chain. Just like you would buy a baseball ticket, right, to go to a Braves game or a Sox game, everyone. That's right, a ticket to use the Stellar ecosystem, not a speculative asset. But no, the idea of stablecoin usage on the chain, we're talking USDC, we're talking about Stellar Aid, right? Because think about that now. If we get that action, right, looked under positive light in the United States, imagine when we get through hurricane season, tornado season, flash floods like what's happening out there in California. Stellar Aid could be used for situations like that. It doesn't have to just be wartime. We could use it for domestic aid as well. And so right now, very important to see that SDF will be represented with the specific line of stablecoin usage and humanitarian aid. And here's Jason on Twitter with the announcement. Yes, everyone, make sure you hit that subscribe button because as more news breaks regarding this, you know I'm gonna fill you in on those juicy deets. Here's Jason, excited to represent Stellar and CFTC's FAM's Global Market Advisory Committee to help ensure the conversation includes a blockchain point of view. That's right, everyone. Super important. So all these programs, right, that you hear about Stellar, right, MoneyGram, when people said they're like, yo, but cost, it doesn't help the price. Like, no, not everything is about price. It's about rails, ecosystem, partnerships. When people saw the humanitarian aid, they're like, oh, okay, Ukraine, maybe we don't like the government stuff and the politics. And I get that. Trust me, I totally get that. I'll first say to you, what government isn't corrupt, right, you guys? But what my big point here is these programs that you hear announced, right, like Stellar Aid, MoneyGram, and all that, they're all working together to build this massive Stellar ecosystem. So what we learned with Stellar Aid and the deployment of Ukraine is, hey, not only could we use that there, but we could use that everywhere. MoneyGram people are like, yeah, but come on, like, what is this? This is cash to crypto, crypto to cash. Yeah, meaning we could get rid of banks in this whole thing. We have a rail system. So now take a rail system with a Stellar Aid humanitarian system, combine those together, and wherever you have MoneyGram locations, you have Stellar Aid, which could be applicable once the governments give us the green light on this. Now, don't you think the government would be more inclined to give us the green light on this if Stellar is on the board with the CFTC, the advisory committee? And that's exactly my whole point on this. And that's why I started off in the beginning with the whole idea, if I take on a channel sponsor that's part of the Stellar ecosystem, would you have a problem with it? Because you see, the Stellar ecosystem, it's this fully engulfed and globed idea, this concept, right? It's not just one program or one partnership. It's how all of these work together, right? And I find it extremely important that they're going to be there representing stablecoin usage, which is going to be a feather in the cap for USDC, which has been a feather in the Stellar's cap. Hey, nice job there, Klaus, with the pun. But a feather in the Stellar cap because it's showing, hey, we have the ramps. We have the rails. We can deploy these programs, any Stellar program, right? Anything built on the Stellar chain, part of that ecosystem, we can use MoneyGram action for that, right? We can go wallet to wallet. We can start moving things. We can start doing a whole bunch of things out there. And it's all because of all these programs, right? These little seeds which were planted years ago, which are now starting to develop into bigger and bigger things. I'm super proud of Stellar because it's been about use case. It's been about things that I really truly believe in. And that's why I didn't want to talk about price action, all the speculative stuff, which is this video right here. I wanted instead to focus on ecosystem development and how cool it is to see that Stellar is going to be represented on a board of advisories with the CFTC. Thank you very much for watching and the various levels of support for this channel. Until more news breaks, you cool cats, have a great rest of your day.